This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 522. Here is the ultimate method to reverse lifestyle inflation and regain control of your money. Part 1, by Chris Reining of chrisreining.com. And I'm Dan, your host, and this is, of course, where I read to you from some of the best blogs on personal finance. I narrate articles from Mr. Money Mustache, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Get Rich Slowly, Budgets Are Sexy, and so many more. Sort of like a gigantic ongoing audiobook, but free of charge. Today's post comes from Chris Reining, who we got to meet at FinCon in Dallas last year, and we'll likely meet him again this year at the event. Before we get to his post, big thanks to ZipRecruiter for their support. Are you hiring? ZipRecruiter has revolutionized how you do it. Their technology identifies people with the right experience and invites them to apply to your job. They find great candidates for you, so try it for free today at ziprecruiter.com/OFD. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. For now, let's get to today's post from Chris as we start optimizing your life. Here is the ultimate method to reverse lifestyle inflation and regain control of your money. Part 1, by Chris Reining of chrisreining.com. Working at my first job out of college, I didn't have any money and didn't know how to cook. So every day for lunch, I'd bring cheap microwavable dinners, linguine with clams, and eat in the break room. But as my career progressed and I made more money, I started going out for lunch. Every day, I'd drive 15 miles round trip to eat from a table covered with white paper and pay $12 to do it. That's what I'd call lifestyle inflation. It's when your spending goes up as your income goes up. Most people fall victim to this, and if you do it your whole life, then get ready to work until you're so old or sick that you can't physically work anymore. It's one reason why it's so important to track your finances, because lifestyle inflation creeps in unconsciously without you even realizing it. Let's say you get a $10,000 raise. You might decide you deserve to drive a nicer car, buy that more expensive bottle of wine, or move to a place with granite countertops. Soon your raise disappears and you're back complaining to your boss that you need another one. It's why NBA players who take pay cuts to $6.4 million say it's going to be hard on their family. During the summer of 2010, at 31 years old, I quit lifestyle inflation because I was at work and realizing there were people 25 years older than me still doing the 9-to-5 grind. I thought, what kind of life is that? I can't do that to my future self. I needed to tip the scale so I was in control of my life, not some job. And I started doing research, Googling things like financial freedom and early retirement, and the book Your Money or Your Life kept coming up. I read it, and it changed my life. The old Chris worked to earn and earned to consume. And my new approach was to work to earn to save, and save to invest so I could stop working. That's freedom. It sounds simple, but where do you start? 1. Implement the 80-20 rule. Most people have heard of the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. The idea, introduced by Vilfredo Pareto in the 1790s, is that 20% of your efforts produce 80% of the results. If you apply that to your finances, you can make a massive impact undoing lifestyle inflation by focusing on just a few big areas. Where you spend the most money, again, you're tracking that, right, is probably similar to the average American household. Housing and utilities, $16,895. Transportation, $7,658. And food, $6,372. So target changes in those areas first. Housing. Renting is better than buying, even though most people don't believe it. If you're going to buy, then at least buy less house. In the 1950s, the average house in the U.S. was 983 square feet. Now, it's 2,453. Bigger is not better when it comes to housing, as more house means more money to heat and cool, more money towards property taxes, more money towards maintenance and repairs, and maybe most importantly, more loans. Location matters too, so think like a cat when it comes to picking where to live. No one had any idea where cats went until researchers put GPS on them. They found most cats stay within 200 feet of their home. Everything they need is right there. For you, that means living close to your job and urban amenities. Transportation. Smart millionaires drive 10-year-old cars because they don't care what people think of them. Or they don't even own a car because they strategically picked where to live and can use public transportation or their legs to get around. If you need to own a car, at least drive a 3-year-old plus and fuel-efficient one. I like the jack-of-all-trades Honda Fit, or the more sporty Mazda 3 hatchback. Do preventative maintenance to mitigate the risk of a costly repair, negotiate your car insurance, and if you're in a 2-car household, think how you could downsize to 1. 2. Tactics to control everyday spending. After you focus on the big wins, you might need to get control over those everyday dollars that leak from your bank account. And here are 5 tactics I use to help me out. Pay yourself first. Paying yourself first means you get paid before anyone else. Do that by setting up a monthly transfer of money that goes into a separate savings or investment account. I helped a reader do just that after they emailed me. They make $2,000 a month and spend about $500. So I had them create a monthly transfer of $1,250 that goes directly into their investment account. What's left over is used to pay bills and spent guilt-free. Pro tip: whenever you get a raise, adjust the transfer to reflect your new salary. The 30-day wait list. Research shows wanting things makes us happier than actually buying them. One of my favorite strategies is to install Amazon's wishlist browser plugin, and instead of mindlessly buying things you may not need, add them to your wish list. Then wait 30 days. After that, reevaluate if you still want it. No? Then delete it from your wish list. What I like about the plugin is you can add items from Amazon and anywhere else on the internet. I use this method to maintain my 40-piece capsule wardrobe. To be continued. You just listened to the post titled, "Here is the Ultimate Method to Reverse Lifestyle Inflation and Regain Control of Your Money," Part 1 by Chris Reining of chrisreining.com. And I want to give another thank you to ZipRecruiter for sponsoring this episode. Are you hiring, posting your position to job sites and waiting for the right people to see it? Well, ZipRecruiter knew there was a smarter way, so they built a platform that finds the right job candidates for you. ZipRecruiter learns what you're looking for, identifies people with the right experience, and invites them to apply to your job. These invitations have revolutionized how you find your next hire. In fact, 80% of employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day. And ZipRecruiter doesn't stop there. They even spotlight the strongest applications you receive so you never miss a great match. The right candidates are out there, and ZipRecruiter is how you find them. Right now, my listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/OFD. That's ZipRecruiter.com/OFD. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And Chris mentioned today how important it is to track your finances, and we have a spreadsheet that helps you do that, and it comes with a free video tutorial as well. To get it, all you have to do is sign up to be part of our weekly newsletter mailing list. It's all free to you, and a nice way to show your support for our shows as well. To join, come by oldpodcast.com and enter your email address, and as a bonus, you'll be entered into our raffles, which we do every month, and you can win some books from us. Again, that's oldpodcast.com. And that's going to do it for today. Thanks, as always, for being here and listening. I will see you in the Wednesday show tomorrow. That's where we'll finish up this post and where your optimal life awaits.